Two sports I played as a child. One was baseball. I know a lot of people don't understand baseball, but if you're a coach of baseball, one of the things you tell your student or your athlete, keep your eye on the ball, right? Keep your eye on the ball. So, as you're told, if you're in high school, the ball's coming 75 or 80 miles an hour. If you're in the pros, it's coming 95 or 100 miles an hour, right? It is unbelievable if you ever watch it. And so I played baseball, and the coach always said, keep your eye on the ball. So on the mound, the guy's pitching at me. But what was interesting was he never pitched it the way I would like it pitched. Have you ever noticed that? Good pitchers throw curveballs. They throw sliders. They have this thing called a screwball that comes right at you and then curves right at the end. I've never seen anything like it. And it just comes right at you. This is life. This is life. Life is like that ball. It is coming at you at 75, 80, 100 miles an hour. And let me tell you, every once in a while it hits you. They never told me that. The coach never told me that. But if you've been hit by a baseball going 90 miles an hour, I had it twice in one game once. And then you start getting shell-shocked and you're scared, right? But realize it comes at you. Well, my dad said, Bill, you got to get rid of this. He said, let's go to an easier game. Let's go to golf. He goes, the ball will never hit you. And you know what's interesting about golf? The ball sits right in front of you. It never moves unless you move it. And you know what he said to me? Keep your eye on the ball. Like, keep your eye on the ball. Same thing, my coach, the ball's coming 100 miles at me. Keep your eye on the ball. And I'm trying to keep my eye on the ball and swing. Here, the ball never moves. And you usually can prop it up. You know, they have these nice tees. Or if you have a foot wedge, you can prop it up on the grass. And here's the amazing thing. My dad said, the hardest thing to do is keep your eye on the ball. I said, what do you mean? It's right here. It's right here. I see it. He goes, practice your swing. So, you know, I'm swinging away and having a great time. He goes, now put the ball behind, the club behind, and he goes, swing. And I go like this, and all of a sudden I realize I'm looking this way. And my face follows my swing. Have you ever seen this? And you guys laugh. Who has never played golf? Raise your hand if you've never played golf. Okay, I want you to know the toughest game in the world is golf. They have this scorecard, and in the scorecard, they tell you the score you should get on a hole. It's 3, 4, or 5, right? 3, 4, or 5. Pretty simple. Get a 3, get a 4, get a 5. If you do it better, you get a birdie. You do it worse, you get a bogey, or a double bogey, or a triple bogey if it's way over. Listen to me. There are only a handful of people in the world that can shoot it at what they're supposed to shoot at. A handful of people, and it's not even moving. So my dad, my dad was big, I was short, so he would stand over me and hold my head down like this. He would stand there, hold my head down, and you know what I would do? I would still go like this. So he would grip it with that big hand. He's got a big hand like I do now. He would grip it. And do you know I was more powerful than him, and I would lift my head up? And I would go like this, and then I would go like this. Have you ever done this? You golfers, you go like this, and all of a sudden, this thing can make it go 325 yards when you hit it correctly. And I can do it, not very often, but I can. Or you can hit it. I've actually hit it backwards. I've hit a ball backwards. Have you ever done that? Or you dribble it down and you go, you know what? It's right there. Here's the point of this. Some of you are playing life when life's coming at you at 100 miles an hour. And you go, it is just no fair. And you look at your neighbor and you go, they got life sitting on a tee. Life is sitting right in front of them, kicked up, beautiful. Do you know you can eat lunch while you play golf? Do you know they even have drinks for golf named after great golfers? An Arnold Palmer, half tea, half iced tea, half lemonade. You can go through golf. You can ride in the cart. You can do all this great stuff. Baseball, you're sweating. You got clay all over you. You got all the stuff on you, right? But let me tell you, it is easier to play baseball sometimes than it is to play golf. And we think, oh, it's so easy. because we're not in the footsteps of the people living life. Now, I don't know whether life is coming at you at 100 miles an hour, and I kind of believe it's both. Sometimes it's really easy, or we seem it's easy, and sometimes it's just curveballing at you, and sometimes you even get hit and you get knocked down. That's why you wear helmets. That's why you wear shin guards when you play baseball. I have been knocked to the ground in life. And there have been times when life is sitting on a bed of roses in front of me. But let me tell you that you got to keep your eye on Jesus Christ. Whether it's coming 100 miles at you or if it's sitting there. And let me tell you, those of us, because I've had the curveballs hitting me in life, don't think it's easier for the person who's got the ball just sitting there, perched there so beautifully. Sometimes it's harder. But if you allow Jesus Christ, this baby is not a baby. He is the Son of God, and we have been told and asked to obey him, to believe in him, to love him, and to treasure the things that he treasures. You can choose not to do it, but I pray this season you will choose to do it.